Every single sign points to OKC having, by far, the most depth in the entire association. One of these many signs, tonight's showing in Chicago, where 6 players on a shorthanded Thunder squad dropped a dozen plus in the dub. No Batman, no Robin, no problem. Tonight, we talk how Win 47 came courtesy of OKC's signature recipe, the do-it-all backup big, smiling as he shines, the newcomer cooking in the kitchen where he belongs, and finally, we're going to round it out talking about how Holmgren's been holding it down, but he needs one final piece to pull it all together if OKC wants to repeat, go back-to-back, and keep the Larry O'Brien for another season. They've proven they have the championship depth to do it this game all season long as they've navigated injuries. Right now, it's about getting the guys up top healthy. SGA, JDub, all those guys back in the lineup. 7,587 of you guys have entrusted us to update you when that time comes, along with game scores, all things Thunder basketball, really. Because here on Thunder Digest, we're keeping you up to date with all your Thunder news all in one place, and also trying to hit 8K subscribers. So if you're subscribed, thank you so much for your continued support, and if not, make sure you hit that button so we can hit this goal before the NBA playoffs start. And without any further ado, let's jump into tonight, where the OKC Thunder take a 116 to 108 win on the road in Chicago behind a strong third quarter showing where they won by double digits. And honestly, guys, this game was a lot farther out of reach than the scoreboard indicates at the end, because with just 4 minutes left, OKC was up 19, the largest lead of the night, and largely cruising before a kind of garbage time Bulls run made the scoreboard look a little bit better. And you want to wonder how this got done, and I'm going to show you no bull crap. We're going to go right into the chase because it was not the shooting, ladies and gentlemen. 43% from the field on both sides, actually, and a putrid 10 of 42 from behind the arc for OKC. 23% is not going to get it done most nights. The shooting was not the reason that Oklahoma City captured this dub. And honestly, when you see that many volume of threes on top of those shooting splits on the screen, you might be wondering why I'm sitting here cheesing a happy guy, because I'm very critical of when this team takes a high volume of threes and plays inefficient. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm an excited guy tonight because we played some Thunder basketball, baby. Take a look at this screen, and all things here are all things Thunder. 12 to 10 on the offensive boards. And then, 25 to 7 in points off of turnovers. That is Thunder basketball, getting it done the right way. And that correlates to the 20 to 6 advantage in the fast break points that you also see. Playing in the open floor, turning defense into offense. We say it all the time on this channel. That is the Thunder way at their best, and that is what they played tonight. Likewise, they take an advantage in the paint, 52 to 42, scoring points in close, keeping points out of there, and that's also something I'm a big advocate of because points in the paint are the most consistent points you can get on a night-to-night basis. They take the second chance points advantage, 14 to 12. Steals, 10 to 3. Very big for this team to get out, get running in the open floor, and also a very good half-court defense. You don't want to be giving up a lot of easy, fast break transition points off of turnovers. So taking care of the ball, very important for this team as well. As we just saw right there, this team did all things Thunder basketball all well tonight. Maybe they didn't shoot the most efficient in the half court, but guess what? That's what SGA, that's what Dub, Ajay Mitchell, that's what these guys are for. They're the shot creators on this team. They're the guys who get the bucket in these situations. The other guys that were out on the court tonight, they excelled in what we need them to excel at whenever it's game time, whenever it's playoff time, whenever it's winning time. Those guys came out there tonight, and they proved to me that they are going to be just fine for the playoffs. And on top of that, you're getting a very, very big win. And honestly, another big thing for the Thunder right here, these runs that you're taking a look at. OKC basketball is predicated off of runs, a quick punch that can get your opponent out there, and they do this at an exponential rate. Tonight, they did it in a couple of different scenarios. In the first quarter, they go on a 17-5 run. In the third quarter, they go on a 16-4 run, and then you see it at the end right there. There's the Bulls' garbage time run with about 4 minutes left, and that really made the scoreboard seem close. Isaiah Joe had his own personal 9-0 run that we can actually just take a look at right now and dissect. Taking a look at Isaiah Joe, a guy who just with a couple minutes into the second quarter couldn't even get a free throw to fall. Couldn't even get this three-pointer to fall that we're going to take a look at right here. He needs to get into rhythm after this, and boy, does he catch fire, because right off of this tip, that second one, buy one, get one free, all Joe needs to see. He's on fire. Look at this. A lob from half court into the lay from Jay Will. That was an elite pass. And then once again, coming across, getting his defender to bite, and then finishing through the contact with the offhand, off glass. That is sweet. Look at that backdoor cut from Isaiah Joe. When do you see Isaiah Joe hanging on the rim off two? That was clean from Isaiah Joe. A super big run that really helped OKC open it up, because when you saw right there, when this run started, they were only up about 5 points in this game. And this was their first big punch in the mouth to the Chicago Bulls that helped them open it up. And this team at their best in the playoffs, they don't want to be playing in close clutch time games. They want to be opening it up early, playing from in front where they don't have to force any three-pointers. They can really work the clock. This team operates better from this scenario. And, we see Isaiah Joe playing a big part in getting that tonight. And you might have seen something interesting there. Those last 3 baskets from Isaiah Joe, yes, the last 3 of those, all assisted by Jay Will. Let's take a look at a guy who has been absolutely balling lately. Right after we take a look real quick at the fact that OKC last year had the most 10-0 runs in a single season. A dominant team last year, predicated off of these runs, punching teams in the mouth, getting them out, knocking them out early. This matters. These runs matter. Now let's take a look at Jay Will. 17 points, 16 rebounds, and 6 assists for this guy. 6 of 11 from the field, strapping 3 3-pointers in there, getting a steal as well. 33 minutes of court time. This guy, dude, whenever he gets heavy court time, playing over 30 minutes specifically, this guy averages north of like 20 and 9 when he's getting this ample court time. He is an absolute baller. His court vision is absolutely insane, and just his creativeness and unique ability to create looks out of the front court position is really valuable for OKC. His ability to create off the dribble out of that size and frame is very valuable for OKC. He doesn't give up anything on defense. He gives you a legit frame. We saw him guarding and getting physical, even in between the whistles with Jokic. So a guy who holds it down really through and through for this team. We're taking a look at his game. This guy is just the heart and soul of the Thunder, really, keeping his team engaged and the leading force whenever a lot of these guys are out. Let's watch him play the pick and roll. Pops on this one. The guy respects the closeout, so he gets a free lane to the rim, and he's able to take that downhill and finish through contact against a guard. So he's able to take him off the dribble, and maybe he's not always going to the basket. We see him hit a midi right there, and just on the next possession after a Bulls bucket, maybe he doesn't even need to put the ball on the floor at all, strapping up with a three-pointer right there. This guy has a lot of different tricks in his bag. How about some passes? Backdoor cut. We saw him directing the offense, and then he hits Isaiah Joe on the backdoor, and then we already saw it with the beautiful, beautiful lob. Maybe we're going to take a look at it right here. No, actually, this is going to be him playing some defense on a quick transition, gets the board, and then look at him walking up the floor, and then there's the lob. We're going to see a little bit more of that play develop. He's able to, kind of play in that transition game on both ends, quicker at that 6'9" frame, and then we see him finding Jared McCain on that backdoor cut as well. The vision from this guy, extremely, extremely impressive. The passing and his ability to really put the ball on the floor, score from different areas. This guy's a very, very versatile player, a versatile piece, both offensively and defensively. Something massively important as, you go into 7-game series. Matchups become big for this playoff run. Jaylen Williams will be very important. Once again, impressing tonight. Great game from Jaylen Williams. But at the end right there, you saw that assist. You saw who that went to. That went to Mr. Jared McCain, Mr. Newcomer on the Oklahoma City Thunder. He had his third 20-point game since joining the team already. He's had 7 straight where he scored in double digits. In only 25 minutes, this guy shoots 8 of 15, hits 4 of 9 from behind the arc. And look at that, 2 steals from the guy that they were saying wasn't going to come in and play any defense. The effort's been there since he's joined the team. Jared McCain has been highly impressive. Everything we could have potentially hoped that this guy could have been coming into the Thunder, coming off that trade, he's been all that and more. 44% from behind the arc since joining the Thunder. Been remarkably consistent game to game. This guy will be very important off the bench in this playoff run. I can already smell it coming. He'll be plugged in and inserted into the lineups whenever, we're going on a dry spell, going on a cold streak, because this guy can get a bucket in a quickness, in a swiftness. Let's take a look at some of his highlights right here, and we just see him off the steal right there. They say he don't play defense. Look at that heads-up play, getting down the court, confidently stepping into that three, which he knocks down. We know this guy can shoot, though, because off the inbound, another heads-up play off the deflection, catch, shoot, quick release, and it is good. Confident shot, top of the key. The quick release, people are really sitting there with their hands down on this guy. Like, they don't know the word, but this guy, he's going to show them that they don't look right enough, and he's not just a shooter. We see him slipping off the ball off the screen right there. He's able to get creative, get to the basket, and finish if need be. So Jared McCain doing everything we could hope as Thunder fans, being a marksman from the outside, a threat on the inside, and, a competent player on defense, a little bit of a playmaker, and just chipping in every other area. And besides, from a service level standpoint, if you just watch this guy play, he is clearly giving effort on defense. This guy is hustling. This guy gives effort. I love to see it, and that's all you can really ask. He's a young guy. He's going to get better if he keeps putting in this effort. Even if he's not the defender of now, he may be a defender in the future. And honestly, he's going to keep improving. He's going to keep working in that area. So huge shout out to Jared McCain. Another great game from him tonight. And another last person we're going to talk about is Mr. Chet Holmgren, Mr. All-Star. We know what he's been doing, and he, since All-Star break especially, which we're going to talk about, has been holding it down. In this game, 26 minutes, he's going to go with 12 and 11. A pretty quiet double-double from Chet Holmgren, but he gets a pair of blocks in this one, a plus 10 rating, and maybe he shoots 4-10 from the field. Maybe he shoots 4-6 from the free throw line. But what this guy is providing to his team, whenever SGA, whenever Dub come back, is going to be highly important because, once again, we don't need him to be a highly scoring option. What he needs to be doing is what we're going to take a look at right now, because this guy is going to need to be a hustler, running in transition like we see him running the floor right here. And, we're on the wrong video. We're on the Jared McCain video still. My apologies. Taking a look at Chet Holmgren, though, right here, he needs to be aggressive when he gets these one-on-one matchups. Force some help, force a bite from someone else to get someone else's step. That time, the help doesn't come strong enough, and Chet is able to score on his own on the inside. Like we see right here, no help. You're getting this one-on-one. You got to be able to score here to let other things open up, to create help for other people to get open shots. You got to be able to score in these one-on-one situations. Now is taking advantage of these situations. So super good, super big on him taking advantage of that, and then running the floor right there. Another big thing. If he's going to run with the boys, a fast break team, he's got to be able to finish. We see it right there. Running on defense too. We see him get the chase down block. We see the hustle. We see him make up ground right there. And then lastly, the pick and roll defense, staying on his feet in the screen game and able to get the block on the guard coming downhill. And then he's running the floor on the other end, attacks aggressively, and draws a foul. So a lot of good things you're seeing from Chet Holmgren. Maybe it's not reflecting exactly as you'd want to see it in the box score, especially the shooting percentages, because as of recently, he hasn't been shooting a super high percentage, especially from the three-point line. In his last 5 games, he's been putting up 14 and 13 averages, but shooting only 46%, 21% from behind the arc, and that is where Chet Holmgren is going to need to pick up his game. The three-pointer for this guy is going to open everything else, and that is really impressive. You see, it's really important, and you see the 2.6 offensive rebounds. You see the 2.6 blocks. You see the rebounds increasing to 13. He's really picking it up in every other aspect of the court, and he just needs to get this three-pointer to be consistent. The only thing I'm worried about right now, and this is going to be important, guys, is the only game where Chet has played, the only season where Chet has played all the games was his rookie year. And in his rookie year, his three-point percentage pre to post All-Star went 39 down to 32%. Why? Because he doesn't have the longevity, the reps on his legs of an NBA veteran. Doesn't have the mileage to really complete the full season the whole way through. He was hurt last season, and that's why we saw him go so well into the playoffs longevity-wise. And right now, we might be seeing him start to fade a little bit again. You can see it game to game as his jumper fades later in the games, and you might just be seeing more fatigue in his legs as the season goes on. Something definitely to keep an eye on. Hopefully his three-point percentage doesn't continue to drop down to like a 32 like he did his rookie year, but definitely something to keep an eye on, and maybe even expect it to be a little bit lower than we saw it earlier in the season. As you know, Chet Holmgren doesn't carry a big frame on him, a lot of muscle, and these things will wear on him later in the season as it goes on. But nonetheless, you're taking a look at a very impressive stretch of games with the 14, with the 13, the 2.6 blocks, active on the offensive glass, and a very impressive plus-minus rating for not a lot of the prime guys being on the floor. Chet Holmgren has been able to hold it down, especially anchoring that defense. Offensively, you've had guys step up. You've had guys show that they can be buckets when they need to be. Right now, we need the top guys to come back, need them to get healthy if we want to make this run. The team is just as good as it was last year, record-wise, whether we were the 24-1 we started at, whether where we are right now. We know what this team is when they're capable, fully healthy on the floor, and that is a team that is capable of winning a championship. Now, they just got to go out and do it just like they did last year, because it is a clean slate. Hopefully, we'll be bringing the Larry O'Brien back to back, but we're going to keep you guys updated with all things in between now and then on Thunder Digest. Make sure you're subbed up so you can help us hit our goal of 8,000 subscribers. And if you are, thank you so much for your continued support. This has been Gabriel Ebersole with Thunder Digest, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.